Hi. Okay, so I got a lot of questions about how I do my eyeliner or like how to do makeup in general, and I am absolute shit at making a makeup tutorial video. So I thought I'd at least make a video about the products I use so you could test them out and see if they work for you maybe. Okay, first things first is this NYX Studio Perfect primer. Um, and it's just a transparent clear primer. And it's really good. Like, you don't even feel like it's on. And it feels a little oily at first when you, like, take it out of the tube, but you don't feel it at all on your face. It feels just fine. If you don't have, like, really sensitive skin, you could just put it on your T-zone, because that's usually where you get the oiliest or where you capture the most light. But I do have really sensitive skin, or I break out really easily, so I just put it all over my face. Because the whole point of primer is to make a barrier between the makeup and your face. So, I mean, you're not doing any harm, so you might as well. Something you could do instead of using actual primer is to use aloe vera gel, which this is a little like jar of aloe vera gel I got from India. Basically, it does the same thing, but it doesn't feel quite as nice on your face. Like, it feels a little constricting at first. But it does the same thing, and it's all natural. I don't know how much it actually costs here because I've never bought aloe vera gel, but you can try it out if you don't want to use primers, like proper primers, because they have like chemicals and stuff in it, but it's up to you. Then next, I use concealer. I actually use two. So the first one is Pur Minerals. It comes in a little thing that looks like that you can't see at all. Whatever. It's a little tiny thing. And this is in dark. And then I also use a Too Faced liquid concealer. And this is in honey. And it comes in a tube like this. I mainly use this one around my eyes. And the Pur Minerals one around the rest of my face. The Pur Minerals one's a cream concealer. And I like both of them. The Too Faced one, it's obviously because it's liquid, it's a little looser. It might be a little bit harder to work with, but a little bit goes a long way with this one. You really don't need to use a lot of it at all. And this one, it's just like you use it normally. You can layer it on if you wanted to. You probably shouldn't because that's just a lot of makeup to have on your face, but you could. I actually end up usually like using a combination of the two. I'll always put the Too Faced one under my eyes, but I'll usually blend it down with this one. Or if I have, like, one day I have, like, a really bad area where just, like, one of the concealers isn't doing the job, I'll mix the two, and it's okay. The Too Faced one is a little bit lighter than the Pur Minerals one. So if you wanted to, I guess, brighten your face a little bit more, you could use this one. Or any, like, lighter concealer. And then I use Pur Minerals 4-in-1 Liquid Foundation, which is really good. I really like Pur Minerals because it actually helps make your skin better. It treats your skin because, like I said, I have kind of acne prone skin, so this actually treats it as well when I have it on, and it goes on really nicely. It's a really light foundation. You don't really feel it. It doesn't look too cakey either, and apparently like a bunch of like celebrities really like it. Like the lady that matched me with it at Ulta is also an artist for Selena Gomez. Apparently this is what Selena Gomez uses, and her skin always looks really nice, so I'm not complaining. I really like Pur Minerals. I think this was like $20 and this was like $40 or something like that. And this is $20. And that's usually how like the more like higher level makeup brands go anyway. Oh yeah, this was like $8, $8 or $10. So from there, I try not to use this anymore because I don't really like it, but it's a Covergirl pressed powder foundation in Soft Honey, and I just don't like Covergirl. I really hate Covergirl. Covergirl has shitty products other than their like mascaras and sometimes their eyeshadows, but everything else is just ass. Don't buy Covergirl unless you have to. I'm probably very soon gonna upgrade for a MAC matte press powder, but this does the job. I don't need to use a ton of it. I just go around to like let it set, and then I finish it off with NYX Mineral Matte Finishing Powder. And this is kind of, because it's a loose powder, it's a little bit messy, but it does what it's supposed to do. And just apply that with a big powder brush. Easy enough. This is Real Techniques by Samantha Chapman. I don't know. It's just some random one from Ulta. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so eyes. So this is the complicated part. I use the Urban Decay. This doesn't have like a name, but it's just an Urban Decay matte primer. And I use matte because I have kind of oily-ish eyelids. My whole face is just like a weird combination of shit. But yeah, so if you have like oilier eyelids, this would be a good one. What they'll try to tell you when you buy it, if you do speak to anyone when you buy it, is that it's great because it's nude. It's not nude. It's nude if you have like beige skin or like fair skin, but on me it's not nude. It looks like I'm wearing like beige eyeshadow basically, but it fades. The color doesn't stay very long, so it's okay. It's not a big deal. Even so, like at most it's going to look like you're wearing eyeshadow, so it's not a big deal. And then if you are going to wear eyeshadow, then no problem. So I've been using L'Oreal Infallible Gel Liner. Really, really good. It's probably the best drugstore dupe for the MAC Fluid Line Gel Liner, which I just got. I haven't used it yet because I'm still working on this one, but I really like this one. It's a really good liner. And I use that with this angled brush. It's EcoTools. EcoTools has really good brushes if you don't want to spend on the like fancy brushes from MAC or like any other, like brand name brushes or whatever. Just invest in EcoTools because they're really good. So when you're doing eyeliner, people differ on how they say is the proper way to do it. I don't think there is a proper way to do it. As long as your end result looks right, then however you did it was the proper way. Some people will like to go from inside out. Some people go outside in. Some people do the wing first and then whatever. I go inside out and then I do outer third on the bottom. And then I make the two lines of the wing to like connect down to those two lines. I actually do that with my liquid liner, which is Revlon ColorStay liquid liner in like Blackest black, I think it is. And why I do that, actually, I use a combination of liquid and gel because liquid's a little bit easier to work with, in my opinion. You have more control over it. When you have a liquid liner that looks like this, where you have like a lot of grip area on the like stem of it and the actual brush part is pretty small and it's not too thin, you have a lot more control. As opposed to liquid liners that look like this, where this has a really long one. This is Smashbox Limitless Liquid Liner in Jet Black. This one's a little bit harder to work with, in my opinion. So I really like Revlon makes it like this, L'Oreal makes it like this, Almay makes it like that, and then there's also the bigger brands like Benefit makes it like that too. So just depends on what you want to pay for. So I make the two lines and connect it over, and then I'll fill it in with the gel liner. And then I'll go over the top of the line too. If it's uneven, I even it out with my liquid liner. And it's all good. And then on the bottom, if I do decide to do the entire bottom, usually I'll use gel because it works fine, but sometimes it'll smear. So I just got the MAC Technicolor liner, Kajal eyeliner in black, whatever this, graph black, and it's really good. One tip, you should also be putting primer like down here too because that's where most of the smearing happens, so put some primer down there, and then right before you're about to put on your eyeliner, just go across your waterline with a Q-tip just to make sure it's perfectly dry before you put it on. Otherwise, if it's a little bit slick, then it could smear, and that's not good stuff. When I do decide to do eyeshadow, like I did today for no reason, I don't have any like fancy palettes at all. Like the most, I guess, extensive palette I have is this Avon Brown Eyes palette, which is really cute. If you didn't know, if you have brown eyes, the best complementary color to that is purple. So it's just like a purple eyeshadow palette with a smoky eye thing in it too. But yeah, I mean, eyeshadow is something you just play with and you learn with. You learn what's good, you learn what's bad. Use lighter colors on your brow bone for highlighting. Use like a darker one in your crease. And then, I guess, whatever you want for the base of your lid. If you're going to do smoky eye, put the like charcoal colored parts like on the outside of it. That's about it. Mascara, I don't care about brands of mascara because you're going to replace them within like 3 months. 3 months tops. So I don't see the point in spending like 20 bucks for like a MAC liner or MAC mascara or whatever. So I just use like drugstore stuff. The one I've been using is Revlon Lash Potion. Good stuff. But actually my favorite is this like sample. It was a MAC mascara. It's just this like random sample. Zoom Fast Black Lash. It's really good. It makes my lashes really long. Like I already have long lashes. But they get, like, super long when I use these. So I have to actually, like, recurl them later to, like, make them go up instead of out. This is a good one. So if you want to invest in that, you can. It's pretty good. Eyebrows. I don't have to do much for my eyebrows. Sorry. I use, shit, where is it? It is a Rimmel London pencil. I can't even, oh. It's just professional eyebrow pencil. It's Rimmel London in like a brown, like a dark brown. It's called black brown. It looks like this, and it has a little brush on the cover of it. And it's good. I just use it like to fill in a little bit here and to fill in on my outer corners. And I just finished that off with the brow gel. So I'm actually not much help when it comes to filling in eyebrows because I don't have to spend much time doing that. And then yeah. Blush. I actually just started wearing blush more. But I like the one I started with. It's L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Blush in Spiced Plum. So this is more of a pink one. I don't have a peach one yet, but it's really nice. I don't use a lot of it. This is actually very pigmented. So you don't have to use a lot of it at all. Just a little bit. I don't have very noticeable cheekbones at all. So doing the like fish face thing doesn't actually work for me, so I actually have to like smile, put it on my apples and work the apples on my cheeks and work backwards. And that's fine. It works out okay for me. Lips. I use mostly Wet n Wild. Wet n Wild lipsticks are like $1.50 at Rite Aid, and they're really good. They're matte lipsticks. Obviously, because they're not like the best quality, you have to reapply every so often, but they're good. I really like them. Right now, I'm wearing Ravin Raisin, which is like a purpley color, so it doesn't look too, it's actually not that noticeable on people with brown skin, but if you have fairer skin it'll actually show up as like purple. But for us it looks more like, for me it almost looks nude because my lips are naturally kind of like plum purpley light pinkish at the same time. Yeah, whatever, they're pretty much this color. So yeah, check them out. Definitely check out Wet n Wild lipsticks because they're good. But before I put them on, I usually use chapstick, or if I'm feeling cheap, I'll use like petroleum jelly, which is basically chapstick, just so it glides on a little bit easier. And yeah, it looks nice. I don't actually use like lip liner or anything yet, just because I don't know how. So maybe eventually I'll start using it, but not right now. I think I basically covered it. Oh yeah, and there's also a hair thing. If you have frizz problems, or you just want your hair to look a little bit shinier, get this. It's so nice. It's L'Oreal Smooth Intense Frizz Taming Serum, and it has oleokeratin in it. And it's really good. It makes your hair smell so nice. It's like berries and watermelon and all kinds of really nice stuff. And you don't need to use a lot of it. You just put a little bit in your hair when it's damp. Just run it through, and your hair feels so nice, and it smells really good. So, and it's cheap. This was like $7. So, that's just like a random hair side note. Yeah. So, that's about it. If you wanted me to like explain something else, you can let me know. But that's all I have to say. Bye.